cleansing video that I did earlier. Now I'm going to be focusing on 4 ingredients that I used in my juice this morning, and those 4 ingredients are celery, ginger, kale and cucumber. Now starting with celery, one of the reasons why I like celery is because it's high in water, but at the same time it's really good in a sense that it's full of vitamin A, C and K. And one of the benefits of celery for a man is that it heightens your pheromones, so it makes you very appealing to the opposite sex. The next one is ginger. I love ginger. I use ginger in a lot of things. I use ginger in my cooking, but also juice with ginger. So I try and use a lot of my ingredients raw as well as cooked. I prefer them raw, especially if I'm dealing with a lot of the vegetables and fruit and most of the plant-based stuff. I prefer it raw, simply because you especially with things like vitamin C, which is so volatile. As soon as you introduce heat, it destroys vitamin C. It dissipates straight away, and half the time vitamin C evaporates quickly as well. So you lose that as well through evaporation and the introduction of heat. So it's best to try and make sure that a lot of the food that you eat is actually raw. Now coming back to ginger, one of my favorite ingredients. It helps to treat nausea, anti-inflammatory, prevents diabetes or helps to prevent diabetes, and also helps to prevent heart disease. So you can see why I love ginger. There's so many other benefits to ginger as well, but those are the 4 main ones that I like to use ginger for. The next one is kale. Now, kale is one of my favorite greens out of spinach and all the other chard and stuff like that. Kale is one of my favorites simply because it is a real superfood when it comes to greens. High in vitamin A, high in vitamin C, high in vitamin K. It's got a lot of minerals as well. So it's got things like calcium, zinc, potassium, magnesium, high in all of that, copper as well, and I think silicon. Sorry, that's cucumber. That's got silicon in it. But as you can see, kale's got a lot of things. It's got more vitamin C than an orange. It's got 3.5 times the vitamin C of spinach. So you can see why I love kale. So I'll try and have it raw as opposed to when I do my kale chips or when I cook it as well. When I'm doing some of my Zimbabwean dishes. I am from Zimbabwe. I'm African originally. That's where my heritage is from. And yeah, the next one is cucumber. Now, cucumber is one of the greatest rejuvenating tonics in the world. It is highly hydrating and cleansing. It helps to detox the body and cleanse the body of just about anything. And it's high in silicon, because I said it before, yes. It's also got vitamin A, C and K. But you can see why I tend to sort of merge a lot of the ingredients because of what they do. Now, if you want to absorb iron, you need to have calcium in your diet so that it helps with the absorption of iron, and vitamin C helps with the absorption. So basically there is a bit of a science to it. So when you're eating, it's not just a case of putting loads of different foods together because they look good or they taste good, but it's also trying to think about the science behind it, where certain foods complement certain foods in the sense that when you eat those foods, they help with the absorption of the nutrients that are in those foods and the minerals that are in those foods. So yeah, that is the reason why I've sort of used those 4 main ingredients in my juice. I'll go on to use lime, orange, and courgette as well in there. So I haven't really covered those with regards to their nutritional value, simply because the 4 that I mentioned are the main ones, and they're the ones that I wanted to focus on just for this one because of the cleansing part of it. Because we're trying to cleanse, those really do help with the cleansing. I know with the orange and the citrus and the lime in there, it also helps to break down fat and stuff like that, and it also helps with the cleansing and the boosting of the immune system. All of those things help to boost your immune system. So while you're cleansing, you're not just flushing all the toxins out of your body, you're also putting the nutrients and the minerals back in so that you don't actually get run down and get ill while you're cleansing. Now let's get into it. Let's watch the videos and then we'll come back and discuss more about the juice and everything else. So there's going to be no talking between us, there's just going to be music in the background. watched me juicing and everything else, I just wanted to add a few more things to what I'd already said with regards to the ingredients that I used in there. So those 4 again were celery, ginger, kale, and cucumber. Celery helps to fight infection, which is one of the things that I love about it. With regards to ginger, again, it's a natural pain relief. So if you're suffering from period pain, I'd say turn to ginger, and it will help relieve the period pain, and also to fight nausea and morning sickness and that sort of thing. Now with kale, apart from it helping with all the massive sort of payload of nutrients and minerals that it's got, it helps with strengthening your bones and bone density and stuff like that. And then cucumber, one of the really amazing things about cucumber is it helps to dissolve waste and help to excrete it through your kidneys, which is a massive thing in my book. Also, it helps to dissolve uric acid, and it's a natural diuretic, so that if you've got uric acid buildup in your kidneys and your bladder, gallbladder stones and that sort of thing, it helps to and kidney stones, sorry, it helps to dissolve them and excrete them naturally, which is a massive plus, because they can be quite painful. I've never had them, luckily I've never had them, and unfortunately for some of you that suffer from stuff like that, this might come as a welcome surprise to say, actually, I might start including more cucumber, doing cucumber water or juicing. I'd say juice it, because you get a lot of the goodness from the skin and the cucumber itself. But even if you're just putting it in cucumber water, it then infuses with the water, and then you can drink it, and it's a nice way of introducing it to your diet. Yep. If this has been helpful, please like this video. Don't forget to share, subscribe as well. And if you've got anything that you'd like to see in future, or that you might want to add, put it in the comment section. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. See you soon. Goodbye.